Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're going to be working on doing some hip releasing practices. Join me resting in effortless rest position. So act flat on the mat, soles of the feet on the ground, knees pointing towards the ceiling. You're going to have your arms relaxed at your side. Relax here at your side. If you'd like, you could have your arms bent and just resting under that space right here in the front of the pelvis, on the lower abdominal muscles. And we're just going to start to wake up this space first. So what I want you to do is we're just going to gently rock the sacrum up and down on the ground. As you do that, you're exhaling, flattening the back, and then as you inhale, tailbone's going to tap down. It's just like doing a cat-cow, but laying down. When you inhale, you're going to tap your tailbone down. You see how that kind of arches my back? And as you exhale, you're going to flatten the back down. As you inhale, you're arching the back. So we're just doing this little wiggle here at the base of our body. I know I said hips, but passively, this is flossing your hips. When you exhale, pelvis is tilting. When you inhale, pelvis is pointing down. And the hips are passively being massaged in their sockets. So we're trying to have the legs relaxed here as you rock this back and forth. Ungluing the upper body from the legs, softening the hips passively. Okay, in, out. Next. Once you've done that a few times, then we're going to feel this. So this part's really hard, not hard, but just be more subtle with it, with your leg bones. Right, you're going to notice your leg bones just relaxing right here. Now, how would you very slowly bring your knees together? Real slow, feel right here, top of the leg bones, slowly bring together and slowly open that up. And you're going to do this just a few times. Keep the body still, but let the hips go in and out. Real slow. Feel your hips. Feel the top of your leg bone draw in, and then slowly feel that open up. We're trying to sense and feel within the hip socket. Like, how would I move from in here? How do I feel that space? Control your legs from the tops of your hips. We often try to do this from our legs, but try to think from deep in your body from deep in your body while relaxing through your thighs. Opening and closing. Good. Next time you come back to neutral, pause the knees there. And then both legs, left and right. So try to keep your sacrum flat on the ground. So you're not letting the spine twist. Just keep the sacrum flat and let the legs rotate. Just letting your legs move left and right. You'll notice it's really hard to move the legs smooth and slow here, but trying to stay still so the pelvis feels like it's anchored and grounded. And you can only move in the range of motion of your hips here without compensation from the spine. So that's what we're trying to avoid. Feeling and controlling just in your hips. Good. Another time, side to side. Nice. Okay, you come back, you let your legs relax and pause right here. I noticed I just felt like a little shift in my lower body of my, some space opening up in the top of my hips. Some tension I couldn't sense and feel relaxed, and my body took a little bit more of a melting down. Okay, we're gonna connect that with our arch and flatten here. So just the knees going in and out. So your knees are gonna open, you're gonna arch your back. Knees come together, flatten your back. Close your eyes as you do this. So when you inhale, you can feel it when your legs open up, you naturally arch your back. When your legs come together, you naturally flatten and flex. Flexion is related to internal rotation. External rotation is related to arch, extension. Good. Do that back and forth a few times. Flattening, arching, flattening, and arching. Real slow and focused. Just feeling. Trying to unglue the hips from our body, but getting it to coordinate together, right? We're coordinating together. Smooth and slow, opening up and closing. Right, you want to connect that movement. Great. Okay, next time you come back to center, we're going to come back to center. You're going to allow that arching and your leg bones to relax. We're going to do a figure 4 pendiculation here. So I love doing this. You're going to take your right leg and place your right foot over your left knee. So this is a figure 4 position. But we're going to add on to this. You're going to take your hand and place your hand here on the inside of your knee. Okay? Now, a pendiculation is a contraction and a release. And we're going to be giving a little bit of resistance with our arm. And we're doing this little tug of war back and forth to get space, not only to open up here in external rotation, but to also feel more internal rotation. So notice that as you do this, if movement starts to open up and get longer and longer, as it should. You're going to take your hand, okay, right here, inside of the leg. On an exhale, press your knee into your hand and allow the knee to come in. So you're not giving enough resistance here to stop the knee. It's just coming in. Your legs contracting. You go as far as you can. Okay, and now your hand's going to press the leg away. But the leg doesn't just give. It holds a little bit. So there's resistance. So you got to force the leg away. Force it away. Force it away. Good. Now you notice how far this goes. And then you bring that back. So it's just this little tug of war. There's always one side winning. Right now my knee's winning, my hand's losing, it comes in as far as I can roll the leg bone in. Then you press that away, little resistance in the leg, but allow it to open. Allowing it to open. And I can feel this time I'm going to reach and press longer. Trying to open up that space here. So when you bring this leg in, you're engaging above on the inside of the thigh, but then also kind of curling into right here. So that QL muscle on your side, your obliques on your side, softening those and then allowing the leg to relax. Open, open, open. Do this another time. Flossing your hips here. So you're trying to engage and internally rotate the leg. And then you're opening up that internal rotation, opening up the thigh, creating space. Nice. Once you've done that a few times, you're going to pause. Once you've paused, then you're going to let yourself twist. So twisting in this figure 4, left and right. Left and right. Nice easy twist. Once you've twisted a few times, you come back to center. Okay. So I like to do this too. So this is something that it's kind of a jiu-jitsu thing, but I just like to do this because I got this out of Dr. Kelly, I can't remember his name now. So from the Supple Leopard, creating compression in your joints. So from this figure 4, take your right arm and you're going to bring that underneath your right leg. So you just get a little hook like this From this hook, take your left leg, close that over the ankle, clasp that, and then my right hand hooks right here. And so now I get compression in my knee joints, a little squeeze in the knees, and pull in. This is nice little compression here and a little rocking. So I'm trying to compress behind the knee, but hold this up and you get some good flexion in the hip. Feels really good for your joints. Breathe. And just hold this for a moment. Kind of like a little, like you're putting your body in a knot. But it's pretty simple, right? It's not like a super complicated knot. But it feels really nice, especially for your knees and for my elbow here as well. Nice. You can release that. Point the right leg towards the ceiling. If you got a strap here is great, but you could just gently hold the leg. And let's just internally and externally rotate this a few times. So you can just support here like this, and like your femur's rotating in and out. So just think about rotating the femur in and out. In, you could use your hands to just support the leg so that doesn't feel like it's too hard to be here. If it is, a strap works amazing. A few times in, out, in, out. Nice. Just getting that big leg bone to turn and swirl inside the hip socket. So you wake up those deep rotational muscles. Nice. Complete there. Let's bring the leg down and take a moment to pause. You could rock both legs if you'd like to rock, or you could pause in stillness and breathe. Notice left and right side. Stirring, waking up our hips. Nice. I notice as I'm lying here, my right side feels a lot better than my left side. Just that little bit of attention. I'm much cleaner and clearer over here than I am over here. But notice if that's true for you, if you can sense and feel any difference between your left and right side, because that's what it's all about. We want to be able to know that what we're doing is creating a difference and that we're feeling the benefits of the practice. Okay, so then we're going to just set up on the other side here. I got my left leg in the figure 4. It's on my right knee. Relaxed here. I'm going to take my left arm and place it on my left knee. So we're doing this flossing back and forth. You want to engage the inside of the leg and draw that up. And then you hold that engagement, but you're allowing your hand to push that away, to lengthen this out. Slowly in. Engaging the legs like you're pulling the leg towards your torso, and then slowly you're pushing that away, but some resistance. And you'll feel that this lengthens out some deep muscles. In, out. Work out for the deep core, some deep flexing muscles, internal rotation, adductors, deep front line. Trying to create some space and all that. Nice. Keep going. Another time. You'll notice that as you do this, right, is the hand pushing the leg further away? Is there more space opening up? Or maybe you feel like you can engage and bring your leg closer to you. Things with tension as well, like we can't contract and move our body in the ways that it's designed, or relax and let it move in the ways that it's designed. So by doing this, you're learning to engage more fully, but to also release and lengthen. Nice. After a few times, then you're going to let the legs twist side to side. Little rocking, smooth rocking, side to side, nice and easy. Excellent. After you've rocked that a few times, then you come back to center. Left arm is going to shoot underneath, right? So you're going to bring the left arm underneath the knee. Right leg comes on top. Hand goes into the right elbow, so you squeeze that and then place the hand over the knee. See, as a jiu-jitsu coach, this is something that I like to do as well. This is just like doing a rear naked choke, but then also a triangle, and it feels really good on your joints. So compression into the joints, a little squeeze and a little wiggle, not hurting, not harming, but just feeling good. A little compression into your joints feels really nice. We get inflamed, we get stuck, we get muscle tension in here, but when you give it a little engagement, a little squeeze and a move, get some movement in there, some fluid flowing in. Well, once we relax, right? Creating the tension, going into it, and then you can slowly, let everything open up. Good. I'm place my right leg down, support the left, and roll the leg bone in and out a few times. So I'm just kind of showing that with my hands. I'm trying to do that, with my hip, with that top of the femur bone. And I want to feel that stirring and turning in here. You might feel like the clunking or the sounds or maybe some skipping as you try to move that. Or maybe it just feels really hard to hold the leg here. So it's like, ugh. Strap works great for that. Or you can just support and let it stir in and out. Nice. Bring both legs down. Sense and feel and notice what are the sensations in the hip area, maybe in your low back, in your glutes. Maybe feel some space or some ease. This is hip tension and back pain are one and the same. So when we get the hips to loosen up and feel nice and lubricated and relaxed, our back will feel a lot better as well. Excellent work, everybody. Just take a moment to pause. Notice the hips. Excellent job getting that to relax and to work on this space. Keep revisiting the practice. Keep improving. Have an amazing day.